Today I'm going to show how to prove that two vectors are parallel. And let's go to see the exercise. I have on the screen this exercise with a triangle. DEF is a triangle, and P is the midpoint. P and Q are the midpoints of the two sides, FD and DE. The vector FD is the vector A, we are going to call as A. So we write here A, the FD is the A, and the FE is the B. And we need to show here that the vector, that the PQ is parallel to the FE. So the PQ is this side. And I want to show here that this is parallel to the FE. Because here is an exercise on vectors, I need to show that the two vectors PQ and the FE are parallel. So what I want to show is that PQ, let's write it on top here, PQ is parallel to the FE. And let's see now how we show this. Okay, so PQ, let's write it here, PQ is parallel to FE. And to show that two vectors are parallel, we need to know this rule here. Two vectors are parallel if they can be expressed as multiples of each other. For example, I have an equation here and I make the A and B is equal to the K times the vector CD. Now if I show this equation, this means the two vectors A and B and C and D are parallel. They are multiples of each other. So what I'm trying to do here is to show this equation. For example, the PQ is equal to the K, a number, a fraction, or a number times the FE. And to show this equation, we need to see, we use the rule of addition of vectors. The one law of addition of vectors is the triangle law, which says that if three vectors make a triangle, I can add them in this way. For example, the EG is a vector that starts from E and goes to G, is the same as, is equal to the vector EF, the vector starting from E going to F, plus the vector FG starting from F going to G. So this equation will help us write equations. Okay, so if I prepare equations, it's a starting point here to prepare equations. Now let's go to this exercise and prepare some equations using the triangle rule of addition of vectors. So the PQ, now to PQ, so an equation I can make here with the PQ, I can use the triangle PDQ. PDQ is a triangle, and using this triangle I can express the vector PQ is equal to the PD plus the DQ. This one equation I found here. Because the exercise gives you some terms A and B, is helpful here to replace some vectors with the A and the B. For example, here I know the FD is A. Because the P is midpoint, the P and D is half A. So I know the P and D is half of the A. And the reason is because the P is a midpoint. So I can write this as half A, and they have exactly the same direction as the FD. Also the DQ, because Q is the midpoint also, I can write the DQ as half of DE. Okay, so the DQ is half of the DE, the vector DE. The problem here, I don't have the vector DE. So, but I can find it using a different triangle. Okay, So if I use the triangle FDE, I can make the vector DE using the rule of addition of vectors, triangle rule. The DE is equal to the DF plus the FE. And we know that the FD is A, so then DF, because it goes in the opposite direction, is not the FD, is the DF, I make it minus A. These are the rules of vectors. If a vector goes in the opposite direction and has the same length, it's a negative vector, negative A. And also the FE is B, so I can write this as plus B. So I found then DE. Then DE is B minus A. Okay, the D is B minus A. I can replace now the DQ as half of B minus A. And I found an equation of the PQ. Okay, the vector PQ is the vector half A plus half then B minus A. I can simplify this vector by multiplying the brackets and like terms. So I have A here. And now what I can simplify this as half A plus half B minus half A. And we see here that this cancel out and the PQ is the same as the half B. Now the PQ is the half B and the FE is B. So it's obvious here that this equation now has been proven that is true. The PQ is K times the FE. So the PQ is half B. So this, because the FE is 1B, this means that the PQ is half the vector FE. And this equation now is true, which means the PQ is parallel to the FE. And I already showed you the two rules. If they are parallel, means I need to express them as an equation and multiples of each other. And then I found the PQ is a half of FE because the FE is B. Is exactly the B given in the exercise.